The planet Zyphora was a world of ethereal beauty, bathed in the soft glow of its twin moons. Its skies shimmered with auroras, and its forests pulsed with bioluminescent flora. The Zipherans, a small, delicate species with glowing blue skin and large, expressive eyes, lived in harmony with their environment. They were a peaceful race, deeply connected to the natural world, and their society thrived on cooperation and mutual respect. But everything changed when the humans arrived. The Zipherans had heard whispers of the humans long before their ships descended from the skies. Tales of their conquests had spread across the galaxy. Stories of planets stripped bare, civilizations crushed, and resources plundered. The elders warned the humans were ruthless predators, driven by an insatiable hunger for power and destruction. When the massive human vessels appeared in the sky, the Zipherans braced for the worst. Among them was Lumina, a young Zipheran girl with a curious mind and a heart full of courage. Unlike many of her kind, Lumina wasn't content to hide in fear. She wanted to understand the humans, to see them for herself. But even she couldn't ignore the dread that gripped her heart as the human ships landed on the outskirts of her village. The humans emerged from their ships, clad in sleek, metallic suits that reflected the light of the twin moons. They moved with purpose, their movements precise and calculated. Lumina watched from the shadows, her glowing skin dimmed to avoid detection. She noticed one human in particular, a tall figure with a kind face and a device in its hand. It seemed different from the others, less intimidating, almost gentle. But Lumina's fear returned when the human turned its gaze toward her hiding spot. Its eyes locked onto hers, and for a moment she was paralyzed. She expected it to lunge at her, to devour her whole, as the elders had warned. But instead, the human smiled, a strange, warm expression that disarmed her. "Hey there," the human said, its voice soft and reassuring. "I'm not going to hurt you." Lumina hesitated, her heart pounding. She wanted to run, but something about the human's demeanor kept her rooted to the spot. Slowly, she stepped out of the shadows, her glowing skin casting a faint light on the human's face. You won't eat me?" she asked, her voice trembling. The human chuckled, a sound that was both foreign and comforting. "Eat you? No, of course not. I'm a scientist, not a predator. My name is Dr. Elena Carter. I'm here to study your planet, not harm it, or you." As the days passed, Lumina found herself drawn to Dr. Carter. The human scientist was unlike anything she had imagined. She was kind, patient, and deeply curious about Zyphora and its inhabitants. She spent hours studying the bioluminescent flora, recording her observations in a small device that translated her words into the Zipheran language. Lumina began to accompany Dr. Carter on her expeditions, guiding her through the forest and sharing stories of her people. She learned that the humans weren't a monolithic force of destruction. They were individuals, each with their own motivations and desires. Dr. Carter, for instance, was part of a small faction of humans who sought to understand and preserve the galaxy's diverse ecosystems. But not all humans shared Dr. Carter's ideals. Lumina soon discovered that another group of humans, led by a ruthless commander named General Marcus Drake, had a very different agenda. They saw Zyphora as a resource to be exploited, its flora and fauna as commodities to be harvested. When Lumina overheard their plans, she knew she had to warn Dr. Carter. The tension between the two human factions came to a head when General Drake's forces began clearing large swathes of forest, destroying the delicate balance of Zyphora's ecosystem. Lumina and Dr. Carter worked together to sabotage their efforts, using their knowledge of the planet to outmaneuver the soldiers. But their actions didn't go unnoticed. General Drake, furious at the interference, ordered his men to capture Dr. Carter and the traitorous alien. Lumina and Dr. Carter were forced to flee into the heart of the forest, where they sought refuge in an ancient temple hidden among the trees. The temple was a place of legend among the Zipherans, said to hold the key to understanding the universe. As Lumina and Dr. Carter explored its depths, they uncovered a holographic recording left by an ancient civilization. The recording revealed that Zyphora was once a hub of interstellar cooperation, a place where species from across the galaxy came together to share knowledge and resources. The message ended with a warning. Only through unity can we overcome the darkness that threatens us all. Inspired by the message, Lumina and Dr. Carter devised a plan to unite the Ziphrans and the humans against General Drake's forces. They rallied the villagers, who had long lived in fear, and showed them that not all humans were enemies. Together, they launched a coordinated effort to drive the invaders from their planet. The battle was fierce, but the Ziphrans' knowledge of the terrain gave them the upper hand. Lumina, despite her small size, proved to be a fearless leader, using her agility and intelligence to outwit the human soldiers. Dr. Carter, meanwhile, used her scientific expertise to disable the humans' weapons and communication systems. In the end, General Drake was defeated and his forces retreated. The Ziphrans celebrated their victory, but Lumina knew that the real challenge lay ahead. The humans were still out there, and not all of them shared Dr. Carter's ideals. In the aftermath of the battle, Dr. Carter proposed a bold idea: to establish a permanent research outpost on Zyphora, where humans and Ziphrans could work together to study and protect the planet's unique ecosystem. Lumina, now a respected figure among her people, supported the idea and helped negotiate an agreement between the two species. The outpost became a symbol of hope, a place where two vastly different civilizations could come together in pursuit of a common goal. Lumina and Dr. Carter continued to work side by side, their friendship a testament to the power of understanding and cooperation. As the twin moons rose over Zyphora, Lumina looked out at the horizon, her heart filled with hope. The humans had come to her world as conquerors, but through courage and compassion, they had become allies. And in that moment, she knew that the future was brighter than she had ever imagined.